Hey guys, how you doing? Luna here with a new video for the channel. I hope you're doing well, and let me tell you something, 2 videos in a week. I'm getting better. I fucking told you that I was gonna upload more frequently. Didn't I told you? What are you waiting? Subscribe to the fucking channel. Come on, do it. Today, I'm talking about my favorite album from 2022. I know it's almost the end of January 2023, but shut the fuck up. I wait until everyone else has done their video to do mine because I copy them. Just kidding, you guys. Truth is, I had no time, but I've made some time for you guys because I wanted to talk to you about what, in my opinion, is the best album from 2022. Now, we do have Black Midi, we do have Black Country Road, we do have a set of amazing albums like Baby, The Todas las Flores by Natalia Lafourcade, one of my personal favorites from last year. We also do have The Forever Story by Jet. Just an amazing fucking year for music. But the thing is that my personal favorite album from 2022 was no other than Blue Rap by Alvvays. Now, when it comes to Alvvays, I wasn't really expecting such a great album. To be honest, like for me, I wasn't really a fan of their 2 previous projects, especially their debut EP. So I wasn't really, I wasn't jumping into this with such great expectations on mind. Especially once the first track kicked in, I think it's one of the weakest songs from the album. I know that a lot of people love it, but me personally, I think it's really underwhelming to open up such a great album with such a basic song. But, as soon as Easy on Your Own kicks in, I love Molly's performance on that track and in this album overall. The vocal performances are great. Sometimes, and I've said this in my review of this album, which is on the channel, go ahead and check it out if you want to see my first impressions on the record. I've said that Molly's breathy voice can be so fucking nice to the ears, and when it goes a little bit too loud, it's almost like it's disjointed from the rest of the track, from the rest of the instrumentation. But even that sort of like little problem I had with the album went away, because I think that it only shows how much passion Molly put into these performances. Because if you go to other Alvvays projects, Molly doesn't really do any high notes on those records. Molly doesn't really try that hard, not as hard as she tried on this album to put on such an amazing performance, especially in tracks like After the Earthquake, that little bridge at the end of the song where the music goes quiet and she sings in such a beautiful, breathy, and just delicate way that transports you out of the whole, rush of the track, because it's a really fast-paced song, and then it jumps you back in with some amazing drums, some amazing guitar work. The guitar work is also an amazing thing about this album. It's so well done, it's not like all over the place like in many indie albums, because that's eventually what this is. Instead, in here you can feel the guitar is there. It definitely adds up to the track. It's definitely a great part of the instrumental, but it's not like all over the place. It's not trying too hard. It's just doing his job perfectly. Very much like Ringo and the Beatles, you can definitely tell that Ringo is there, and without the drumming, the track wouldn't have been the same. But the thing is that you don't see Ringo overdoing shit. He's only like accompanying the track. Another thing I love about this album is how consistent the level of quality is. You have some other amazing albums like The Forever Story by Jet, but you can definitely tell the highlights on those albums. You can definitely tell songs that are a bit weaker. It's just that the great songs are far too great. For example, if you grab a track from The Todas las Flores by Natalia Lafourcade, you can definitely tell that the top 3 tracks out of that album are way better than the top 3 tracks out of Blue Rap. So why is Blue Rap better? The thing is that it's really fucking difficult to pick only 3 tracks on Blue Rap, because every single song is fucking amazing and it's on the same level of quality. So for me, if I had to pick a few highlights, it would be Tile by Tile, Bored in Bristol, and After the Earthquake. But for what reason, I couldn't really explain. Basically because of the melody. Because everything from the songwriting to the production to the performance to the overall feeling of the track is exactly as good as the other tracks on the record. Like the only one that really doesn't add up to the same level of quality is the first track on the record, and that's pretty much it. After that, you have 29 minutes of fucking amazing track after amazing track. Another great thing about this album is the lyrics, something that is often so annoying in indie pop music is how melodramatic and fucking stupid and childish overall the lyrics can be. In this album, everything fits so well with the music and so well with the type of crowd that the album is trying to gather, which is young adults, basically. Well, that's my guess. Especially in tracks like Velveteen, Bored in Bristol, and Easy on Your Own, I think the lyrics are spot on. It has some good messages behind it, and I think that, overall they help the album be even more emotional than what it already is, because even though the album can be really fast fast-paced and can be really danceable, let's say, in a certain way. It's pop music at the end of the day, right? You can have some really emotional moments that kind of make you feel nostalgic for no reason whatsoever. You don't know where the nostalgia is coming from. You can see, for example, Dragon Ball Z on the TV and say, oh, I'm nostalgic because I used to watch that show when I was a kid. But Blue Reb makes you feel nostalgic for no reason in particular. It's just like a feeling. It's like they managed to capture that sound of the early 2000s or late 2000s in a single album, and me personally, I just love it. I've been listening to this album non-stop, and it's definitely the album I've heard the most in the entire 2022 year, and it's probably going to be the same as for 2023. I have to see which albums are being released, but the thing is that my love for this album has only grown, and personally, like, it really makes me happy to say that, because I remember when I was doing the review, I was kind of like, maybe I'm overhyping this album, maybe a 10 out of 10 is a bit too much, maybe, I just felt some really powerful things while listening to this album, and that's the reason why I'm giving it a 10. But after I listen to the album like 6 or 7 more times, it's not going to be the same. I wish I can reach the end of 2022 and still say that this is my favorite album of the year. And matter of fact, I'm in 2023, and it's still my favorite album from 2022 and one of the best albums I've heard in recent times. Because Blue Rap is so simple and at the same time so powerful that it's really hard to put it in words. That's the reason why my review of that album is so short. An album like, I don't know, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, or even Drake's latest album, can give you more things to talk about. It's more the feeling of the album, a feeling that it's really hard to explain. The album automatically, even though the lyrics can be kind of sad, and even though the music itself can be kind of sad sometimes, gets you in a really good mood. Especially tracks like, again, After the Earthquake, Born in Bristol. But the album can also reach moments of sheer beauty, like, inclusions of classical music in tracks like Tile by Tile and Fourth Figure. The drums are also amazing in this album. Pretty much every single factor regarding the instrumentation is amazing. But again, like, the best thing out of this record, 100%, no one's gonna take this out of my head, is Molly's performance. Molly, if you ever watched this video, for some fucking reason, let me tell you, you did amazing in this fucking record. I'm just dying to listen to another Alvvays project after this one. And the reason why I would put this album above albums that are way more interesting and way more innovative and way more original and unique, like Black Midi, Baby by Petrol Girls, maybe The Forever Story by Jid, it's just how it makes you feel. Because you can have an album like A Crowd Looked at Me, which is a really simple album. The performances aren't even that great, If you take the Microphone's discography and Mount Airy's discography overall, you can tell that it's not his most well-performed album. But you have to 100% agree with me that the album is fucking powerful. That it talks about something that really, really is important, and you can tell the feeling behind each and every single tune, each and every single chord, each and every single lyric. Or you can have, for example, the Todas las Flores by Natalia Lafourcade, an album from 2022 that is also one of my favorites. That album is basically Latin folk. It has nothing that influential or unique going on, but the feeling the album gives you is what matters the most. The whole experience of the record. And while experimentation and uniqueness are important to deliver this, this great experience an album can give you, you can also reach that by making a simple album but with a lot of feeling behind it. You can't help but feel those emotions too, and that is the reason why, in my opinion, Blue Rep is the best album of 2022, because it made me feel really nostalgic. It made me feel, I know it sounds weird, but it made me feel like I was in the right place in my life. That album came out at the time when I was about to move to a whole different country, away from my family, away from every single friend I've ever had. And that album made me feel as if this was the right decision, this was a good change. And here I am, January 2023, 3 months since the album was fucking released, and I am in a far better place. I'm really comfortable with my life, and I feel like the start of that change was that album. So it boils down to a lot of personal feelings too, but I feel like that's more than enough to call an album your favorite, because at the end of the day, music is supposed to make you feel things. And this album in particular, because of its sound, because of its lyrics, the amazing performance by Molly, and just the overall feeling of the record, the texture, the guitars, the way that it's so colorful, the way that it's so beautiful, fast-paced, but also has some emotional, slow-paced moments. The fact that it has some experimentation too with the track Very Online Guy, with some synth pop on it, right? The way that at a certain point in certain tracks, you can see the whole instrumental blends with Molly's voice, and it's just a wall of sound that it's so amazing and beautiful and fast-paced and energetic. So many things to say about such a beautiful record that I can do nothing but say that this is definitely my favorite album of 2022. That'll be it for today's video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other videos that I upload. Remember that this is only my personal opinion, so if you have your own, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. Which was your favorite album from 2023? Leave it down below along with your reasons, and I'll make sure to respond to your comment and give you a quick shout out on my next video. With that being said, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that I can see you guys soon again on a new video. But until then, bye.